complexity in terms of the aspect of the relation which is to the difficulty level, or this particular task is not difficult but it needs attention. हमें एक human resource चाहिए ही चाहिए जो उस task को complete करेगा, या it is an automated task जिसमें हमने machine में on कर दिया and the task is done. Then verifiability. So this question comes to Ajay. Ajay, are you there?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. So Ajay, when it comes to the banking system,
Yes, sir.
तो अगर कोई चेक आता है कैशियर के पास, तो उसको एनकैश करने से पहले the cashier has to check few things like the account number, account name, signature match,
Yes,
date,
sir. Yes.
everything.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now this is called verifiability of the work. Now अगर कैशियर बिना इन चीज़ों को चेक किए हुए चेक को पास कर देता है, then who is responsible?
So bank is sir, bank.
Yeah, bank is responsible, but गलती किसकी है?
गलती कैशियर की.
Right. So verifiability of the work. अब बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है. Now let's take in थोड़ा difficult example. Now if the bank is issuing a home loan, तो home loan issue कर रहा है on a loan against sorry, not a home loan but a loan against property.
Yes,
Now
sir.
इसमें ओरिजिनल पेपर्स चाहिए लैंड के जो
चाहिए
कस्टमर,
सर.
राइट?
चाहिए.
उस लैंड के पेपर्स नेपाल की डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी के पास जाएंगे चेक करने के लिए कि इस लैंड पे कोई प्रॉब्लम, कोई डिस्प्यूट तो नहीं है.
या जाएगा सर.
जाएगा. देन
Yes.
ऑल्सो दे विल चेक इस लैंड पे जो टैक्सेस हैं वो पेड हैं या नहीं है.
Yes, sir. Yes.
राइट. दिस इज कॉल्ड द वेरीफाइबिलिटी ऑफ द वर्क. मतलब जो भी प्रोग्रेस है बिफोर गिविंग अ लोन टू दिस पर्सन, लोन अगेंस्ट प्रॉपर्टी, हम पहले वेरीफाई करेंगे ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. The
Yes, sir.
next task complexity comes in number of location. So एक लोकेशन पे ऑफिस है या 10 लोकेशन पे है, क्या 10 लोकेशन को मैनेज कर सकते हैं? देन इंटरडिपेंडेंसीज. एक चेंज होता है तो क्या वो बाकी सारी चेंजेस को बाकी सारी प्रोसेसेस को चेंज कर रहा है या नहीं? अब जैसे लेट्स सपोज देयर इज अ इंक्रीज इन द प्राइस ऑफ पेट्रोल एंड डीजल. अगर पेट्रोल और डीजल का प्राइस बढ़ेगा तो क्या वेजिटेबल्स, मिल्क एंड एवरी अदर थिंग प्राइसेस विल आल्सो गो अप?
Yes, sir.
यस, बिकॉज ट्रैवल जो मेजर सोर्स है वो वहीं है. अगर कोई ट्रक्स हैं जो इंडिया से सामान लेके आ रहे हैं एंड इफ द petrol prices rise, then definitely their expenditure will also rise, and the effect of that will be passed on to the consumers, right? In the recent cases, what I have observed is that the prices have increased. Yes, no, आपने observe किया? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Right, so prices have increased, but one good thing about Bangalore is this, that the people are very much aware of things, and they immediately go on a strike and protest if the price increase. So the price of 1 liter of milk in Bangalore is 37 rupees, Indian rupees. However, what is the price of 1 liter milk in Nepal?
110.
110, 120.
110, 120.
I see Indian currency, but in Nepali currency 170 to 80.
For 1 liter.
1 liter petrol.
No, petrol. Sorry, milk, not petrol. Right? तुम तो राहुल गांधी की तरह बात कर रहे हो यार.
110, sir.
Sorry, sir.
It's around 70 rupees.
Yeah. 110. So 110 Nepali rupees which will come over to around
70.
60 rupees, 65 rupees.
68.
Okay, 68. Then 68 rupees liter. Now, over here, it is 37 rupees per liter. They tried to increase the price by 1 rupee, and people, and people were furious, and they rolled back the prices. So earlier it was 37, then they increased it to 38, but people were so much furious that they rolled back the prices. Again, it is coming back to 37. Now, this is one thing which I really liked about over here, because even in Delhi, it is around 68. Okay, so this thing is pretty good over here. But they increased the prices of curd, which is, I think, 45 rupees per kg now. And also, some items they have increased, but the prices of vegetables have also been increased because of the effect of interdependencies between the tasks. Then comes time pressures. When the time is limited, there is no time to correct the errors, and financial constraints, which also affects the task complexity. The last is quality, where the quality requirements are high, then there are more ways of getting it wrong. Either you have the right systems in place. If you don't have the right systems, then your quality will suffer. Apart from task, the next is people complexity. So people complexity comes across in terms of people numbers. More people means more communication. If you have more people in the system, there will be more possible communications. Diversity, which is basically different people, means different languages, different cultures, and other things. So in India, we have diverse culture. So someone who is from south, some people are from north, some from uh, west, some from east, and everybody is having a different culture. So we have good number of culture diversity, which can also be in terms of religious diversity. And sometimes it is difficult for an organization to manage these people, because uh, a person who is from a different religion would like to prefer to speak in that language with the colleagues, those who are from the similar religion or similar group, versus in a new group. Then emotional intelligence. When people are emotionally not ready to change, then the shock of the change will make them dysfunctional for longer. Or a social cohesion where people are not socially active. So these are people complexity. Or a political style where the political style is more divisive, or uh, they're not ready to change the things. If they're not ready to change the things, then it will be very difficult for the people also to change. Then power balance, the balance of power must change. Then those then hold the power are likely to fight to hold on to it. Now, politicians hold the power, and in a mixed economy scenario, the power should be given to IAS officers. But it's different that politicians hold the power, and that makes things more complex. Then comes sponsor commitment. This is what we also did in quality change management, where if the sponsor is not ready to support the quality change or any other change in an organization, then the people will also be affected, and they will be less committed towards it. Then the learning requirement. Any person or any organization in which the employees is doing something new, then the people should be ready to change. And what we have seen that people are not much ready to change, and that's affect the complexity. Then uncertainty. It is more like the environment is uncertain, the change plans are uncertain, and people will get discomfort. People are not comfortable with uncertainty. Then personal change and change skills, like people must change their beliefs, their values, and very simple change in activities to reduce people complexity. And change skills, if people are managing a change, they have not done this before, then they will not be able to do this effectively. So basically, learning and doing. The next and the last topic, what we have to do is paradigm shift in business. In a very simple way, the paradigm shift is like a major business change or a business development that is happening or going to happen in business which is related to goods and services. So a very simple way to understand paradigm shift is a change in a business, whether it is related to a new technology, new equipment, or even a new function which is coming into a business. Now, an example could be, let's say, a new technology which is coming into the market, the same things which we were discussing earlier in the class, like a LED TV versus a LCD TV. Now, if somebody has to open a factory producing TVs, will that person start producing LCD or LED? And the answer would be LED because it's a new technology and there's a change in technology. Now, same comes with the bulbs. Would you produce the old-fashioned bulbs or the LED bulbs? The LED bulbs. Or if there is a new equipment into the market which makes the work easier, then the industry or the business person would like to get that particular equipment or new order. There are different paradigm shifts in business, like a personalized marketing, where uh, the salesperson or the marketing person, sales and marketing person, get to understand the people in a different way. And also, in terms of the companies who use personalized marketing and also get the suggestions from the customers by analyzing data on their previous purchases. Then also in terms of real-time data analysis. This is we call as a paradigm shift because this real-time data analysis gives a lot of information about the behavior patterns of the consumers, and that helps in developing new products within the departments. Sorry. Then comes telecommunication, the having the ability to communicate by phone, email, and video conferencing has provided businesses with alternative way of completing their everyday duties. So this is what we have seen in the COVID aspect, and also it helps in conducting the work on a global level and hiring remote employees, which can increase the amount of qualified candidates in the company. Then comes e-commerce. E-commerce, mostly what we have seen like Daraz and other companies, those who are into e-commerce in Nepal, different ways of selling goods and services through the internet. And whether company creates an online store or creates a social media platform to increase their share in the market and also offer their product and services. So this is e-commerce paradigm shift, which allows businesses to develop and grow using technology, equipment, and strategies. Now, let me ask a question to you. If you have the product availability, which is there with Daraz, and Daraz is offering you a 24 hours guaranteed delivery, would you still like to go over to shop to buy, or will you prefer an online method? Which one will you prefer?
Maybe online, sir.
Online. Do you think this is a paradigm shift? Or let me give you another example. This is very relatable. जैसे कि अभी मैंने break दिया and you started discussion about online examination versus physical examination. Do you think it is a paradigm shift from a physical to an online environment? The way we are studying, the way we are going to give our exams. Yes, no, it's a paradigm shift.
Yes, sir, it is.
It is a paradigm shift. And yes, this is for good, this is for new, because think about a person who is in Lumbini and who really wanted to come over to Kathmandu for his or her further studies. But apart from paying the college fees, he has to rent a room, has to eat food, maybe have some travel and other things. And even on Dashanan, he might be going back to Lumbini. Now, these are all the expenses. But the same person who is in Lumbini or Butwal or any other place can attend the classes online, give the examinations online, and do each and everything which he could have done, he or she could have done while coming over to HCM in Kathmandu. Now, this is a paradigm shift. Yes or no? That everything is happening online. Is this good for this person?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Very
Yes.
good. In fact, I will not say good, I will say very good.
It's excellent. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's excellent because this person is getting the same kind of a feeling with a less kind of a price and also completing his or her MBA degree. Education. So, a paradigm shift from a physical class to an online class. So, what to do about these shifts? So, there could be challenges. Identify those challenges. Helping employees understand their responsibilities and positions, planning projects and goals for the new paradigm, helping team members develop new habits with new technology, educating investors and shareholders about new transition. Do you remember when you first time in your first semester when you joined HCM, then some students faced problem while uploading assignments. Do you remember that? Yes, no. Some people face some problems while uh, attending the class, joining the class. Then some people were facing problems in terms of muting, unmuting the mic.
Yes, sir.
All those things happened. Yes.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So these things happen. Now, even these things are happening with few of the students, those who are in the first semester, which is okay. But planning for the paradigm shift, helping students, helping faculties, making them educating them in terms of how to use this new transition will help in easing out the process. Then developing key strategies. So when implementing new technology, new equipment in the business, developing strategies from transition from point A to point B, training people and everything would come across over here. And it is very important for the businesses to generate these strategies with detailed analysis so that can help in better communication with employees, with investors, and the employees will start following this step-by-step guide to achieving the goals. Then the third thing comes is prioritizing customers. So paradigm shift is often attributed uh, to helping a businesses in the consumer customer bases. So adding new technology to a company allows them to serve their customers more quickly and increasing the customer outreach also. And it is very helpful for businesses to prioritize their customer needs, which can help in increasing the sales also. And also collecting the helpful data, which is important to make new strategies, also change their products and correct the earlier products and give customers the new products. But what drive these changes? There are external as well as internal factors. So external drivers our environment, marketplace, business imperatives, organizational imperatives, and internal drivers are cultural imperatives, leader and employee behavior, and leader and employee mindset. Now, when we talk about these external, simple to understand, the factors which are beyond the reach of a particular organization or are external in nature. So let's say if there are a lot of rains which are happening in Bangalore and there is a flood like situation, then this is an external factor. And if there are problems between employee and manager, that's an internal problem. Okay, so there are different types of changes also, like a development change, which is basically easily to manage because it is for the improvement of a current state. A transitional change, which is basically moving from current state to a new state to fix a clearly identified problem. And this is basically transitional in nature. Why we call this as a transitional is because you're moving from point A to point B, and you know that by moving from point A to point B, this problem which is coming across in point A will not be there for point B. This is a transitional change. Then comes a transformational change. This is a very difficult change because it is driven by a survival. Now, let's suppose during these COVID times, if I will say that no, I will not go online, or I don't know how to do online, then I might lose out on some projects, or I might be off work. I will not get work. So this is a transformal change which is driven by a need for a survival. With a transformal change, the end state is not known at the start of the process. At the start of the process, I don't know exactly. So maybe I have done these online classes for international audiences starting from 2016, 17. I think 17, yeah. So 17. So I know some tricks of the trade, that how to keep the class engaged, what to do, what not to do. But definitely over the period of time, I have made necessary changes. And that is very important in terms of hard to manage and major mindset shifts. This is a transformational change. Being able to recognize the further reaching implications of a particular software or for a particular new technology is definitely a transformational change. Okay, so this is what we were supposed to do today, but I just want all of you to just watch one particular video, which is for the paradigm shift, that will help you understand the business aspect. Okay. It's a very short video of like 4 or 5 minutes, which will help you in understanding the paradigm shift. And after that, we will just go ahead with this. Just a second, let me share my screen.
मतलब क्या होता है, जो हमारा देखने का नजरिया। आपको सबको पता होगा थ्री इडियट, आमिर खान का पैराडाइम, उसके प्रिंसिपल के मन में कैसा था? एकदम नेगेटिव था, टोटली नेगेटिव था। गया गुजरा बच्चा ये, दूसरों को भी बिगाड़ रहा है, खुद तो बिगड़ा हुआ है, दूसरों को भी बिगाड़ रहा है। एक लेवल ऐसा था कि उस कॉलेज से उसको निकाल दे। मगर वही पैराडाइम शिफ्ट कभी हुआ जब वो उसकी लड़की का डिलीवरी करवाया, तो उसका पैराडाइम क्या हो गया? शिफ्ट हो गया। और बाद में वही पेन, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पेन था, वो उसको गिफ्ट में दिया गया। उसको कहते हैं पैराडाइम शिफ्ट। यानी हम एक सोच बना के रखते हैं, वो सोच बाद में क्या हो जाती है? मतलब टोटली बदल जाती है कि यार कैसे हो गया ये, मैं इसको क्या समझ रहा था और क्या है, कैसा निकला ये। दोनों भी होता है, कभी कभी हम नेगेटिव समझते हैं और है पॉजिटिव, और कभी कभी है लगता है हमें पॉजिटिव, बाद में दिखता है नेगेटिव। पैराडाइम शिफ्ट समझ में आ रहा है? जिस कलर के चश्मे पहनेंगे वैसी दुनिया नजर आएगी। सो चश्मे यानी हमारी मान्यताएं, बिलीफ। हम कौन से बिलीफ से, कौन से मान्यताओं से हम सामने वाले को देखते हैं या सामने वाली सिचुएशन को देखते हैं। उसको पॉजिटिव देखेंगे तो पॉजिटिव नजर आएगा, नेगेटिव देखेंगे तो नेगेटिव नजर आएगा। एग्जाम्पल, हमने काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि हमने किसी के प्रति मन में पहले से ही एक सोच बना के रखी है, वो इंसान बुरा है, वो इंसान गलत है, वो इंसान ऐसा है, वो इंसान वैसा है, मगर एक्चुअली वैसा नहीं है। आपने किसी की बात सुनी है, इसीलिए आपको आपने माइंड में उसको फिट करके रखा हुआ है, इसीलिए आपको हर क्षण पर वो बुरा ही लगता है। क्योंकि इंसान जो मानता है वही उसको दिखाई देता है। जो इंसान मानेगा कि ये चीज ऐसी है वही दिखाई देगा। जो दिखता है वो मानता नहीं है, जो मानता है वही दिखता है। ठीक है? सो आपके चश्मे यानी आपकी बिलीफ। इसी के लिए कहते हैं चश्मा बतौर फिर देखो यारो, दुनिया नई है, चश्मा पुराना है। सो पैराडाइम का मतलब बहुत सिंपल है। जैसे अगर आपको कोई बंगलो बनाना है या कोई बिल्डिंग बनाना है, कोई भी स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है, तो दिस इज योर पैराडाइम। ठीक है? ये आपका नजरिया है, जो भी आपका चश्मा का हो, दृष्टिकोण का हो, देखने का नजरिया का हो, कुछ भी कहो। ठीक है? इसमें हम उसके अंदर क्या करते हैं? आरसीसी करते हैं, ईंट लगाते हैं। ये ईंट लगाना मतलब क्या करना? दिस इज योर एटीट्यूड, हमारा देखने का नजरिया। ईंट लगाने के बाद हम क्या करते हैं? उसके ऊपर प्लास्टर, उसको प्लास्टर करते हैं नहीं, साथ करते हैं उसको। वो क्या हमारा बिहेवियर। और फिर प्लास्टर करने के बाद हम लोग क्या करते हैं? ऐसे रखते हैं क्या? ये सब चीजें बेहतर से बेहतर सजाते हैं उसको। तो वो क्या है हमारा एटिकेट्स एंड मैनर्स। समझ में आ गया? सो एटीट्यूड भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपका बिहेवियर भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, और एटिकेट्स मैनर्स भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। सब चीजें अगर आपकी होगी, पैराडाइम बहुत जबरदस्त होगा।
Okay, so this gives a little bit perspective on the paradigm. So similarly, when the paradigm comes across into our personal lives versus it moves over to the business perspective. Similarly, in terms of the business perspective, the paradigm shift is moving from a technological base or from an e-commerce, that what we discussed, telecommunications, and these all are occurring because of a new technology or new equipment is introduced to a company or an organization, which is going to drastically alter how they were functioning earlier versus how they're going to function now. And this technology often improves or replaces certain pieces of production that might allow the businesses to increase their product quantity and also the revenue at the same point of time. All right. Till then, if you want, you can continue with your meeting. Rajinder, Hari.
Sir,
Online process, sir. Actually.